Let's go over to Anthony Johnson. He's in New Jersey and Long Branch right now, where 24 hours ago, at this point, 24 hours ago, the winds were really picking up, Anthony, as I recall. How are things now where you are?
Hey, Ken, you know what? To be honest with you, it's still very windy down here right now. We're on the boardwalk here in Long Branch, New Jersey. We were here yesterday afternoon, and we could tell you people were gathering out here on the boardwalk. They were looking at the power of Mother Nature, but let's let you see what it left behind once the waves started crashing up onto the shore and basically undermined the boardwalk out here. You could see all of this debris, all of the concrete, all of the bricks out here on the street, all of the dirt. That is sand that was washed up from the beach, a tremendous amount of beach erosion. You might also know in the distance it is completely dark. Now, some officials are going to start assessing this situation and have already been out here this morning. We did see a police officer going around with a big spotlight looking at some of the buildings down here. There's a lot of damage down here. We notice all the awnings on the buildings that would normally be down here. They have all been ripped off by this high wind. And of course, we've still had some rain coming through the area earlier this morning, so that added to all of the water that's been flowing. We traveled all the way from Middletown, Eatontown. We traveled all the way down here. It's about a 10-mile trek on 35 and 36. A couple of times we had to turn around because there were trees across the road, power lines down, had to make our way around those locations. Also, we saw some flooding, cars in some water. People apparently just abandoned those cars, got out of their cars and just left them out there in the water. But this is a very, very terrible situation down here along this boardwalk. I'm sure this town spent millions of dollars, actually a very nice area, promenade with a lot of shops. They were all shut down yesterday. Haven't noticed any damage to the shops themselves, but when you just look out here on the street and you see what has happened out here, it's going to be a long-term recovery. Now, we talked about here in New Jersey, some 1.9 million customers are without power. Good news, our hotel had a generator, so the power pretty much stayed on. But once we left the hotel, we didn't see any lights anywhere, just a couple of places that did have generators, but there's been no power in this entire 10-mile stretch that we traveled. I'm sure it's much bigger and much broader than that, and it's going to be a long time before the crews can get in because, like we said, there's still a lot of trees down and a lot of lines down, so before they can get in, it's going to take some time. And with the wind still blowing, they told us already, they won't get up in the buckets, they won't try to fix the power lines until this wind dies down. And down here, it might be still blowing at about 50 miles per hour. You can see how tough it is out here just to stand here. Occasionally you get a gust that is very reminiscent of what it was like just yesterday when it really started to come in. Now, the good news about the ocean, which is off in the distance off to my left, it is starting to go back, starting to recede in the right direction, but it has destroyed a tremendous amount of this beach and once again the boardwalk. And I guess officials will have to come out here later and try to start looking at the damage to make sure that the foundation of the boardwalk is okay. We noticed some areas that are very, very loose. We don't know what that's going to mean to fix it, but still in all, we do notice that it looks like the structural integrity of the foundation it might have been damaged very seriously out here earlier or overnight during Sandy. So that is the latest live from Long Branch, New Jersey. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Wow.
So much work to be done all the way around from everything you described, Anthony, and you were beyond thorough. It sounds like the crews have so much that they need to tackle to try to restore some type of normalcy. All right.
Yes, indeed.